What's up, everyone? Ben with Real Recovery Talk here, coming at you with another 5-minute or less video. If you're liking these videos, if you could please like and share, that would be cool. Today I want to talk about this idea that I had as a man coming into recovery, that I had to come in here all tough and buff. And, what I want to touch on is the importance of being vulnerable, being caring, being loving. That is not a weakness. It takes courage to be a man of love. And, I want to tell you guys, today I'm not afraid to tell another man that I love him. And what I'm referring to is the brotherly love of the program. And that's what this thing is all about. If I had to sum up recovery in 2 words, it would be love and service. Did you show everybody in your life some love today? And did you do some service work? It's really funny. I love messing with my sponsees where, when I first start meeting up with them, I'll look at when I get one of those first phone calls, I'll hang up with them and I'll say, "Hey man, love you man," and it's kind of funny because they're always like, yep, bye, click. And as time goes on, like the next phone call, I'm like, "I love you man." They're like, love you man, but bye, And then finally they get into the habit of saying, "Yeah man, I love you man," like a brother. And I think it's really important for guys in recovery to put ourselves out like that. And this idea that we grow up, thinking, yeah, we got to be all tough and we can't express our feelings like that. When it comes to recovery, man, it's really, really important to be vulnerable and authentic, tell the truth always, honesty. It's a way of living principles. It's not a way of weakness, so to speak. And I believe it's inspiring to other people. When other people believe that you care for them, it's really interesting. You never know how such a simple word like love can affect other people. And really, I like to tell this story where, let me preface with this. One of the things that kind of is a catchphrase that I've always used, and people say it, they copy me all the time and make fun of me, especially my sponsorship family. But I always say at the end of my shares at meetings, if no one told you I love you today, I do. And where I ended up coming up with that at the time, not that it's never been said before, but I was working in a treatment center. I had a couple of years sober, and I had to hitch a ride on one of the vans with a guy that was on his way to detox. I was going from one building to another, so just quickly got a little ride with them. But this guy had just been picked up from the airport, was really not feeling well. We only had about 2 minutes in the van together to talk to each other, going from one building to the other. And I as he was getting out of the van, for whatever reason, it's nothing I had ever said before, I said, "Hey man, if no one told you I love you today, I do, and I wish you the best of luck. Hang in there." And it was kind of funny because 9 months later, I ran into this guy, and he saw me at a meeting, and he said, "Hey man, I want to let you know I'm picking up my 9-month chip, and I had planned on leaving that detox that day, but when you told me you loved me, it inspired me to stay." And here I had no idea. It's nothing that I had ever said regularly before, but I found that just by simply saying that to somebody else, you never know how it could affect them. And in this case, this guy ended up having a long-term lasting effect from something that I said that I had no idea would have any influence on him whatsoever. I just was trying to be kind in the moment for a brief second, not realizing the lasting effect. And I think it's just very, very important, man, to not be afraid to show love and affection to other men. Ladies, goes for you too. On the flip side of this thing, I always hear about ladies coming into treatment and they say, I get along better with men. And men say, "Oh, I get along better with women." Of course we do, right? It's one of those things where we don't realize, but when we sit back and take a good look at it in recovery, the importance of same-sex relationships through recovery. It is really important for me to have a foundation of strong men in my life who inspire me. And I believe the same thing for women. The women that I see recover, they surround themselves with a strong sponsorship family of women, and and that's their base. Do we commingle with other sexes? Of course we do. But the main part of my recovery
is based on strong men in recovery. You know, my home group right now is called the Gentlemen's Club. You know, it's an all men's meeting. It's a place where we can go and we can be guys and we can say what needs to be said. And I think that goes a long way and holds a lot of value. So, with that being said, you know, I want to tell you, it's not weak to show love. It's not weak to tell other men you love them. I think it's a way of kindness and inspiration. With that being said, Real Recovery Talk over and out. If no one told you I love you today, I do. Have a blessed day.